Hey, Andres, how are you? Oh, yeah, good to see you. Like it's been a few weeks, so I've not been able to attend your sessions because of the ad call. It's like at 2 o'clock for me, the ad call. After that, Jenny's call, and then I literally crash.
Oh my gosh, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
How did I not think of that? I know you're in Australia, but I can't believe I didn't realize that you're coming. Oh my God.
Yeah, the Wednesday and Thursday calls are like 2 o'clock for me, so
What time is it right now? So then it's
it's 4:30. Not too bad, yeah.
even a bigger thank you for doing this. Oh my gosh.
No problem. Yeah, I really enjoyed the course, so why not?
Well, let's jump in. So hopefully you can get some rest. Good nap before the Um, so what we're doing here is we're just having some conversations with some of our top performers in Merchant Mastery. And the idea basically is we want to use these um, as ways for people who are just coming into the program or people who are maybe be struggling to see what other merchants have been able to do and what they, just kind of like that boost in the middle of the program. So let's start this way. Thinking back before you joined Merchant Mastery, what was your biggest challenge around growing your business, do you think?
Ads, learning
Ads?
about the ads, and because there are plenty of resources or anything available, like anyone can like open a website. There are plenty of like free or subscriptions like Shopify or BigCommerce, something like that. They have tutorials, and we can just open the website and everyone has an idea like what to sell, and we can set it all up. But end of day, like when marketing is not, then like it's useless. No one is going to come to your home if you don't put it out. So learning about marketing and Google and Facebook and so many channels, setting them up, and it's not easy. And even after you set it up, like it's not like once off setup like how you do with Shopify or other things. So it needs to be done, managed, and finding the right people to do that.
Yeah. What were
That,
some of,
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Finding the right people to help you with that was challenging because there are plenty of agencies who can manage your social media or ad or anything. And I've been through like a couple of agencies before, and I was running like ad for nearly 8, 9 months, but at like 50% returns. We were
Wow.
spending about like $3,000 a month for a sale, like $1,500 that we received in return. Like that's what they were doing, like month after month. They said like things will improve, and no one like sort of took any action
Wow.
with
Okay.
both the agencies. So one was like overseas and one was like local. Like so, we thought like maybe we'll try local, so that could help because they know the market better. So that also did not help and ended up like okay. Well, I have a long history of like doing little things and business. We had a business before, like a shop before, like in the last 10 years. And I know for a business, if it doesn't work, like we need to be quick. The exit is very important. So we decided to like wait, like 8 months was long enough. We gave them enough time with both the agencies together. So we just quit from the agencies, and then I was looking for like other options, like how to do. I decided like I need to do it myself. That's when I started searching. Like I ended up with Merchant Mastery here.
Why did you, so can you tell me a little bit more about what you think is valuable about learning to do these things for yourself versus just handing them off?
To be honest, marketing is not my thing at all. So I would be very happy to hand it over to someone, but if I see the value and if they are able to do the job. But most agencies, they don't do what they advertise.
Mm. And do you think, so you've been in Merchant Mastery for a while now. So
Yeah.
knowing what you know now,
Hmm.
um, will that help your, if you were to hire somebody else again, how would that knowledge that you have now help, do you think?
Well, if I have to hire now, like I will have a different approach. Like I wouldn't go with an agency. I'll have an in-house employee, like employee. I'll have my own staff, like, and then I can train them. I'll train them because I've learned the things and I've done the hard work and it's all done already. So it's set up and running. We just need to focus on tweaking and doing other things, which anyway, like I get help from Simon. So I'll just have my stuff and keep doing it.
Yeah. I'm curious, like, again, like thinking about like before you joined, and this might be similar to what you answered before. I just want to see if there's anything else, but what do you think you were most concerned or worried about in your day-to-day operations of your business before you joined Merchant Mastery?
Obviously, the sale.
What were your
It
sales
was
like then?
Well, I was like making about like around $2,000 sale a month from okay, 1,000 to 2,000 just from my local groups at that time. And then I thought like because everything was selling well, so I should like up my game and do the ads and so I can sell and ship for the whole country and make some decent money. So, but the online selling was the biggest challenge.
Mm. And thinking about once you joined Merchant Mastery, what did you have any hesitations about either the program or your ability to execute on the program?
Well, of course, I wouldn't say no, like it was like 50-50. I did trust the program. Without that, I wouldn't be joining. It was convincing, and because I was looking for the option to do it myself, so I joined, but still all the fears and other things step in as you do the work.
Yeah.
And I literally like felt overwhelmed a little bit because there were lots of modules like that I needed to work on to get to the ad stage. That was my first challenge after join. Like, so okay, I have to go through a lot of steps before I get to the ads.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like on the other 50%, I was really happy because when I looked at the course, like it was all well organized, structured, and it was like step-by-step process. Like you need to do this first and then this, and it was like well explained, and there was like enough support with the coaching calls like every week. And the coaches are like absolutely awesome, like they answer every single thing. So that helped really hard. It's initially I was not able to attend the calls because of the time zone, the differences. I used to like watch the recordings, and that itself like helped me a lot because every much it goes through similar struggles, like their questions and everything from the recording helped me. Like that's how I finished the level 1 module like kind of quick. It took
Yeah.
a while. I wouldn't say it was quick, but on the behind the scenes it took a few months. But when I started attending the calls, like it was like pretty smooth and quick because I did the work before.
Yeah. And just out of curiosity, like, can you talk a little bit, because you're in Australia,
Hmm.
significant time difference,
Yeah.
and yet you choose to basically wake up in the middle of the night to be on the calls live. Why do you do that rather than just watching the videos?
Well, by watching the videos, I can solve certain problems, yes, but not everything. And it's not like talking to the real person, the coach themselves, and attending the calls like makes things really easy and quick. And I can be more specific to my problems, like the challenges that I'm facing with every step that I'm implementing.
And I mean, to be honest, most people would not get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to attend a
Well,
call live.
okay,
So like I'm so interested like in your mindset that you're just like, yeah, I'm doing this. Can you talk a little
okay,
bit about that?
I I'm basically like a early riser, so I wake up around like 4:30 or something. This is not a problem at all for me. So the other calls like the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are around like 4 or 5, and only the ads call is like at 2 o'clock. So I didn't have to go through that for the entire course. Other things were much easier. So
Yeah,
and with the
like
time,
there's like think about the dead. I'm like I'm always impressed with you, Artie. But seriously, like there are a lot of people who are like, yeah, 3 o'clock in the afternoon is a little like, I don't know, it kind of interrupts my workout. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that. And you're willing to get up at 2 o'clock or stay up, I don't know, stay up or get up
staying
at
up
two.
is better because like normally after the kids go to bed, like I'll do my work for a couple of hours and I go to bed around 11:30. But if I go to bed at 11:30, I seriously can't wake up in a couple of hours. So I would better stay up. Either if I'm like able to, I'll continue with doing with the little things, the work, plenty of things to do anyway. So otherwise, like if I'm like off, like I'll just watch a movie and then get to the call. And I'm really happy like it's in the early morning or the midnight, because with little kids like around in the morning, I have to run around to the school, other things, and my business. So I really have like short days for myself to
Mm.
do my own thing. So I feel this is better. Like there's no one around to disturb me. I can just put my focus 100% to this so I can get things quickly done.
Yeah, it's amazing. What do you think has been the most surprising thing about your experience in Merchant Mastery?
Number one thing that amazed me was the structure of the course, even though I felt overwhelming, like it was like very well structured. And the course content were like kind of like bite-sized, I would say. Like they were broken down to easier like steps and made me feel like, okay, it's all achievable, instead of like throwing at me like the entire thing, like, okay, this is what your level 1 is, you need to work in your avatar now, and the whole chunk of things. But instead it was like broken down into like simple modules, and a lot of explanation was given and like examples mainly, because with my brain, like I can't get things easily, like if I don't have an example or a reference to work with. That made my life really easier. And on top of that, the number two is the coaching calls. I can literally see the difference, like between the courses. Like I have been through a couple of coaches as well before this one, the marketing gurus, the so-called ones. Like they just throw a chunk of things at you and just tell you like this is what you need to do, and there's no reference or examples or anything. It's not like relevant at all. With this course, like I don't know, it is relevant to every single business like who is working with the Merchant Mastery. It is like I felt really amazing, and also the network in the course. Like I see other businesses, their struggles, their points, and how they do the things. I learned from that too. That's why like I was able to do the things just by watching the calls, the recorded sessions.
Yeah. If you let's say there's a merchant who's just entered into the program, what advice would you give them? What is something that you either did right away or now with hindsight wish you had done right away?
Well, get over all your fears or challenges and don't have anything in your mind and just get to the calls. That's more than enough. The coaches will take care of them for sure.
I love it. Um, were there any particular levels um that really helped you understand your business better? Like, was there anything like, if, for example, if I'm thinking about level one, in level one, we have you do your perfect customer profile and um, really digging into that. And I know as coaches that we tend to push a little bit harder on level one, and getting the hooks and getting everything precise. I'm curious, like, you've had your business a while and you've been selling and you've been doing all this work. What was it about level one, for example, that was most impactful for you?
Well, I thought like I had my ideal customer designed. I know my customers, but I realized like I was not.
You realize you're
Uh, yes, I realized like I was not aware of them, aware of their traits or anything. I understood like I needed to learn more about my perfect customer.
and what
I
did you learn about them that was helpful?
I really had to dive deep, like to understand like more, to be able to like position myself with authority and confidence, and then position my products and offers to
Yeah.
that right person. So I was not really confident with my business before that. This actually gave me the confidence as I was diving deeper to design my customer profile. I really understood the value of my products
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love this whole idea, like, like I've watched you kind of go from like I think I can remember the first call I had with you. And now that I don't think it really clicked with me that it was in the middle of the night for you, but so that makes a lot more sense now. But
Yeah.
I kind of feel like at first you were just kind of like, all right, I need to be on level 4 right now. Time's wasting. Let me just get through levels 1, 2, 3 so that I can get to the stuff. Um,
Yeah.
what do you like? Where are you with that now? Like, do you remember that, first of all, that feeling?
Yes.
Am I accurate?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Wanted
Yes.
to double check, first of all, that I
Because
was right.
that was my impression, because I already had my website. I really loved my website. Like I wouldn't say it was like bad. It was generating sale like decent amount, but so I thought like when I joined the course, like I should be able to start with the marketing efforts right away.
Yeah.
But that was the biggest thing I learned. Oh no, like I'm starting from scratch. That's how I felt. Like things didn't get into my head like very well. Like I was a bit frustrated, overwhelmed, like, okay, I need to get through all these. And I didn't realize like I had so much gaps in my website until I started doing the things. I wouldn't say that website was really bad. It was like, okay, all right, good. But I still have a copy of that in my Shopify. So I just go and look at it, so that way I feel that massive difference with the current website.
Yeah.
The messaging, the positioning, like how much like it's completely like 180 degrees on the other
Yeah.
side. So yeah, that's what I thought. And then I had to go through, and it was a bit frustrating, like more than level one. Like my frustration was with level two, because
Mm,
there were like plenty of things to get through. Because level one at least made sense to me, because I need to know my avatar, the profile, to be able to like market, because I need to find them. I need to
mhm.
know where to find them, and position my product in front of them. But with the level two, I thought like I had everything, and only realized like, no, it's zero. I need
Yeah.
to like start from scratch. Like there's so many things that needs to be done differently. And the first few months was not like easy. I did watch the calls. I did try to go through the modules like several times to get my head around it, try to implement them, only to realize in the call like no, still there are still gaps, like that's not up to the mark. And it's not, I was not like clear enough like on what, how to position myself, my
Yeah.
products, my business, my brand identity. To be honest, the one great thing I would say like that I'm confident on now is my brand identity. I
And what's
know
that?
who I am. I
Yeah.
know who I am and who I am selling to. I kind of feel like very much elevated about my business. I used to have like a lot of fears, even like with the pricing or putting out the products. Every time I put out the products to the groups that I normally sell, like I was like scared about people, what's going to come back, like how many sale I'm going to have, and so many things. But now I really feel like confident when I put it out. Like I know like what I'm doing.
Mhm.
I know the value of my brand. I know the value of my products, and I know like what exactly it's going to do. I'm very confident about what I'm doing. I'm just putting it out, and if someone doesn't get it, like they are not my ideal profile, and I just move on.
That's
And I don't
fantastic.
have that fear anymore. Like, what if someone says something, or like, what if people are not buying because I know they are not my tribe.
I love it. What, so thinking back to like all the changes that you made on your website, I'm kind of curious, just thinking from what you said. You kind of came in with this with the mindset of I just need to get to level 4. So it sounds like level 2 was just kind of like a yeah, I got that. Let me just skip past it so I can go to level 4. So if somebody, because it's, and that's so common, like we see that a lot because some we have a lot of merchants like you who've had their business for a while and
Mhm.
they're making some money off of it. So it's kind of like I've checked that box, I've done the website, it's a lot of work and I don't want to do it again, or
Yes.
I really just need to get straight to the ads. From your perspective now, can you share a little bit like, so you had that idea and then you realized that there were holes and there were things that you needed to go back and fill. So now you're at the point, you're running ads, you're doing all this stuff. What is the direct impact that you're seeing from those changes that you made? Like, can you talk a little bit about that, of kind of like now you have the experience, right?
Yeah.
Now you know what you didn't know what you came in when you came in. What were the things that have a tangible impact that maybe you had missed that you got from Merchant Mastery on your website?
Well, I was thinking that website is just as a container of my product or a showcase of things, and I just bought the template I really liked and then set it all up, and I thought like it's all done, but that's nothing. I just realized that's nothing. That's not going to help in any way. Like there's plenty of things, like every single thing, right from the layout, the colors, the messaging, even the minute things like the order of the sections that we put out on the homepage or the product page, like everything matters. So that was a steep learning curve, but things like got easier. I should say, like, I really struggled with the level 2. I would say that was the most challenging out of all the levels, because with the other levels there was like a clear direction, like this is what I'm trying to achieve. Like with the level 1 it was like the customer profile, like this is that was the end goal, to make it perfect. And then the level 3, the emails, we know like we want to set up all the flows and we are going to market them and persuade them through the emails once they are in. And level 4 again, like it's the ads, we know like we are going to put it out, spend some money and get the returns. But with the level 2, my point was like, I already have the website. I have all my products in. Everything is there. The product details are in there. So that's what people would normally look at. Like, so everything is there. It was like, I don't have to do this kind of thing. But there were plenty of things to do that took me a long time to complete.
Mhm.
And I was still going back and forth, like even when I was in level 3 and beyond.
Mhm.
Because every day it was a learning, and every time I was making changes, like it is getting to the next level.
Yeah, yeah.
Initially the progress was like a bit slow until I got that understanding and everything, like until I understood the why I'm doing this.
So can you, like, so let's just say there's somebody else who's in that exact place, right? Why, why, why put your offer stack on your webpage? Like, what is the impact for you, Ben, for implementing all the things that Dan teaches in level 2? Like, why bother with your offer stack on your webpage? They
Well,
know.
I would say that's the most important level out of all, even beyond the customer profile. I know, like, I'm not saying like the other things are not important, but I now feel like that's the most important stage. And I'm really happy, like, I took the long time to complete it because there's a lot to do on that. And why? Because that's the face of the brand, that's the face of myself, my passion, everything. If I don't put it in the right way, like, no one is really going to understand. If
Yeah.
they don't understand, like, they're not going to be buying my product, no matter like how valuable it is.
What are your sales like now?
Well, to be honest, like, nothing much, because like I stopped marketing with my local groups and other places that I used to, because there are plenty of things to do within the merchant mastery. I just couldn't focus on everything, and I really messed up, and it took a long time. So I thought, like, okay, let me do one thing right, when especially when I have the support. I thought I should focus on this first, the course, and complete everything step by step, so I can get to that stage where I can market and do the other things. I can restart them at any time.
Mm.
So so literally, like, my sale went back to zero, and that was not the only thing. The other main thing I realized was my pricing. Once I got my confidence, my brand, my branding, my identity, once I realized them, like, I really changed my game as well. Like, that gave me the confidence to put the products at the right pricing. So I had to lose quite a bit of customers in that process. My regular customers, they weren't quite happy. And it's not just the cost, like, it's the situation as well. Like, with the COVID, like, things changed like quite drastically. The importing and the other costs like raised significantly. So my pricing was significantly high compared to what it was before. But I have no regrets losing them.
Because you know who your real customers are.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's their loss, like, if they don't see the value of the product. So it's not my loss. I'm happy to find my right tribe and provide my service to them
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
run my business. Yeah.
It's a huge change though, like when you think about it, like understand, and it sounds like you're in a place right now where you're understanding that there is like these sort of natural curves while you're implementing changes in your business. And
Yeah.
from the outside, at least, it seems like you're good with that. Is that,
Yeah.
yeah?
There has been honestly, like, yes, it is like ups and downs. Like, I used to get upset, like frustrated. I wouldn't be lying a lot, like very upset, because putting so much work, taking so much effort, and I see the value of my product, and then they just come and tell you, like, sometimes people can really be rude. It was hurtful initially. After that, like, when I realized my position, like myself as the brand owner, my brand and everything, like, I didn't really feel hurtful. I learned to move on, and no, I'm just waiting for my right tribe.
What advice would you give to somebody who is in merchant mastery and maybe struggling a little bit?
Just get to the calls. The
That-
coaches, I should say, like, they're absolutely amazing. Like, every single coach I've been through, They have the in-depth knowledge and they know exactly what we are struggling with, and there's no judgments even when we fail, like when we do things bad, and they know like where we are struggling at, and they give you the solution like straight away. So
Fantastic.
there's nothing to worry about, like just get to the calls and just ask the questions away.
Anything else that I didn't ask that you would want to add?
Okay. The other big difference I found with the course is like no one really, with the marketing, no one really offers this kind of structure, like going back to the like kindergarten, like working on the profile and then doing this, everything like step by step. And then coming to the ads, like most people just get the money, do the ads, tell you what to do. Most, even the marketing, like not just the agencies, the coaches, like they just set you up with the ads and just tell you like do this, like it will all work out. But here it's like quite opposite. Like they just work with you, like the coaches work with us to do the things. And then like most importantly, I should say the personal like support, the coaching calls, the success support calls were like really, really amazing, I should say. If I had to like choose someone in particular, I would say like Jenny. Like if she did not give me that support, like I wouldn't be here in this level four. I would still be like kind of struggling. She was like from the first call like that I met her, like she was like spot on, like, and she was really quick and like she's energetic and kind of like, okay, this and this, like this is what you need to position, and kind of like very quick. It was like overwhelming, like when she said it the first time, but when I like kind of like I used to like listen to the recordings and again and again and again, and like that's when like things started making sense to me because I have a bit of slow processing. There were like kind of lot to learn,
Yeah,
so it
and
took
she
a
gives a
while.
lot
But
of information. Yeah.
yeah, but and she's
Yep.
like real quick,
Mm-hmm.
so it takes me some time to get into my head and then like okay, kind of implement it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
And that's
should
just because
really yeah.
she knows and you're hearing a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it, you're hearing it for the first time. So it's going to be
Yes.
slower for you as you digest it. Yeah.
Yeah. So things like kind of moved really quickly, and yeah, I should say the important success calls and all those support. The support is like absolutely amazing. So whoever has joined, like they just need to make use of it.
I love it. Artie, thank you so much. I super
Yeah.
appreciate it, especially 4 o'clock in the morning. So
No worries. I've been really missing your calls. Like I really wanted to. I really enjoyed the last few sessions. I really wanted to be in there, but no. But I just decided like I should have some grace to myself. Like,
yeah,
okay, let me get through this ad stage
yeah,
because right now, like I'm attending like pretty much all the sessions in the ad, like the support sessions, and just to make sure like things are going well. It's just been like 1.5 weeks since I
yeah,
launched the ads, but I'm really like super, super, super proud of myself. Like I didn't know like I would get to this stage. Even after getting to level four, after completing everything, I was like really scared to launch the ads.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well, I hope you always remember the calls are there for you to support you. They're not
yeah,
obligations. So you come back to the call whenever you need it, not because
yeah.
you're obligated. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I really miss your calls, honestly. Because to me, like everything is in the mind, like once we fix that, the rest will follow. So most of the things are like because of the fear and the objections and so many things that we have to do. So
Yeah.
if the head is clear, like the rest will follow, the body will follow.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. All right, Artie. I appreciate you so much. We'll talk soon.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.